Hello, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to share with you some exciting updates about our new virtual associate subscription program, specifically for our freelancers, for those of you who are looking to pick up some more substantive ongoing work on a recurring basis. So you probably already know that our subscription program launched in January, and wow, we have been blown away by the response. This is something that a lot of attorneys and a lot of firms have been needing, and it's so exciting to be able to match up freelance lawyers who want this kind of work and to find opportunities for them. And that's what we're all about, is getting more and more opportunities for you to do the freelance work you want to chart your own legal career. My name's Kristen Tyler. I'm one of the co-founders. I'm also an attorney, and I'm on the team that's very involved with subscription and reviewing applications as they come in and helping match our attorneys with the right talent. So thanks for joining me. Now, when subscription first rolled out, those of you who've been with us for a while noticed that we were using our Teams feature to post those subscription opportunities to try to gather the applications. And maybe that seemed a little awkward to you. It was a temporary thing. Now that we see that subscription has really taken off, we've built a more robust feature to allow you to search for and find specific subscription opportunities. And so I want to show you what that looks like today. All right. And awesome. Thank you for joining. All right. So I'm going to do a screen share. Okay. Obviously, if you're here, you've already got a LAWCLERK account because we sent this meeting invitation out only to our freelancers. So, but for those of you on the replay, if you've not visited us before, the webpage is lawclerk.legal. If you're interested in freelancing and looking for subscription opportunities, please do. We are always looking for more talent to join the site, and that would be fantastic. So you would hit join today. There's no sign-up fees and there's no monthly fees. Work is either done on a project-by-project basis or on a subscription. We'll talk about that more. Now, if you're looking for more information on the subscription program, you can find that on this tab up in the navy blue bar on the top. In a nutshell, the subscription program runs in 4-week increments. The hiring attorney can decide to hire anywhere from 20 to 160 hours of help every 4 weeks. And there are 3 different experience levels with 3 different pay points. So all of those details are on that page if you want to check that out. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my freelancer account. Give me just one moment. I've got that queued up. So now, again, for those of you who have worked with us for a while, you're going to notice these changes right away. And we try to make them very user intuitive. But so we've got a couple of ways now for you to search for work. Okay, let's go in and look at those. So of course, you're going to be able to search for work on a project basis. Okay, let's talk about projects for a moment. Projects are gigs. They are one-time pieces of work. So that could be an attorney who says, I need help researching this issue. Please give me a motion. I do that a lot. It could be an attorney saying, hey, I got this giant stack of discovery. I need someone to help me get it organized and make a summary. It could be writing a motion. It could be writing some sort of a lease agreement. You get the idea. It's one piece of work. All of the project-based work is done on a flat fee basis. That flat fee is set by the hiring attorney. And so just keep that in mind when you're applying for projects. Only apply if you have time to complete the work by the deadline, if you know it's within your area of expertise, and if you agree to the flat fee price. Okay, that's projects. And projects are a great way to supplement a day job, just to pick up freelance work from time to time when it's an interesting project that you want to work on because you're curious about it. So that's great. Okay, so if you've been with us a while, you also know Teams. Teams is a feature that allows attorneys to basically build a team of their favorite freelance lawyers. They do that in a lot of different ways. Some of them do that by practice area. Some of them do that by specific skill sets or by cases. There's lots of different ways. Teams is meant to help the attorneys find and organize their bench, their lineup, their rock star freelance lawyers that they want to tap from time to time to help. And that work is done on a project basis as well. So the next evolution of all of this is subscription, virtual associate subscription. This is taking outsourcing and freelancing to the next level. And it's really exciting for everyone looking for it. So with subscription, the attorney, comes to us and says, hey, I really, I have a ton of work. I need help. I don't want to hire someone full-time or part-time. Like I want like 30 hours of help a month or whatever amount. The program runs in increments of 10 hours, starting at 20. And so they give us those basic, qualifications that they're looking for, and then we post these as opportunities for you to go review. So I'm going to go ahead and click this now, virtual associate subscription. And we just started posting them this way yesterday. So we have several up here. We've already posted a few more today too. So you can go through, you can look at all of them. You could filter it by, do not show subscriptions I've already applied for. You could select it by hours. Maybe you only want 20 hours because you have a day job and you just want a little extra to make a little extra cash, whatever. You could search by state if you, are in California. Let's see what that brings up. So there's lots of ways you could fine tune your search. If we go back here and we get rid of the state, oops, and maybe we instead say, I want 20 hours in business. Let's see, there's a lot of different ways you could search for subscriptions and find something that's a good fit for you and a good fit for the attorney. Now, when you click into one of these, you're going to see the full details. So we give a description of the kind of work, the kind of tasks, information about the attorney, their firm. All of those details are going to show up here. On the right-hand side in the shaded column, you can see, how many hours it is every 4 weeks, the net pay, the ideal start date. Obviously, some of these ones coming in, right now it's June 15th. They are a little ambitious to want to start right next Monday, but we will try to make that happen if we can find the right freelancer. They list the experience level and then the areas of law involved in the work. So again, if you were interested, you would apply. You would have the opportunity to leave a note. And I always recommend this. This is your chance to leave a customized message to really make yourself shine and highlight the unique experience that makes you the best candidate for this subscription. So take advantage of this feature, leave a couple sentences of a note about why you're uniquely qualified, and then hit submit. Now, I'm not really going to apply because I've got enough on my to-do list right now. So that's how subscriptions are searched now. And so you will see them very differently. So Teams is going to go back to normal Teams. It's going to be the attorney looking for people in certain areas, certain skill sets on a project basis, but subscriptions will be in this tab and it's really exciting. It's a great way for you to do that. We usually, just so you know, we usually leave these up for a full 24 hours before we review the initial batch of applicants, unless it's a super rush job. But definitely I encourage you, if you see a subscription that you're interested in, apply ASAP so that we can consider you. On average, we're sending anywhere from about 5 to 8 applicants per subscription. Some of them we get, maybe around 10 applicants. We had one we put up yesterday, already has 22 the last time I looked. So, it really is across the board. I also wanted to highlight a couple of other key pointers with the virtual associate subscription program while I have your attention. Number one, communication is key. We want to encourage you when you're working with an attorney on a subscription type working relationship to be proactive with your communication. If you haven't heard from them from a while, reach out. Don't feel like you're bugging them. Don't feel like you're nagging them. They are busy. They need your help, but sometimes they, get caught up in the day-to-day rush and they don't think about, calling you back or emailing you back until super late at night or whatever. So be proactive, be persistent. A lot of attorneys especially need that. And you can even ask the attorney up front, like, hey, how much do you want me to bug you if I have a question I haven't heard from you? They'll be up front. They'll tell you how far you can go before you're going to be, annoying them. But definitely be proactive with your communication. A great way to do this is to try to get your attorney that you're working with to set a weekly meeting, like a weekly status check. And it doesn't have to be long. It could be 15 minutes or a half an hour. That's just a great chance for the two of you to have a set time recurring every week to touch base, look at what work is pending, what work is coming up. You can see how many of your hours you've used in the subscription, so you can help the attorney manage the workflow, let them know if you need more work, if you think you're going to be maxed out, et cetera, et cetera. Really, really, really encourage you to ask your attorney to schedule a once a week recurring status meeting so that the two of you can touch base and stay on track. Another thing I want to highlight is the fact that if ever you feel like you're not getting enough work from the attorney, there's a lot of things to do there. Number one, understand that for a lot of these hiring attorneys, it's their first time delegating work to another lawyer, and they're trying to figure it out too. For some attorneys, it comes easier. For others, it's a bit of a challenge. So anything you can do to encourage them, make it easier for them to delegate, would be awesome. On the flip side, if you've tried to be helpful and make it easy for them to delegate and you're still not getting enough work, let us know at LawCLERK so we can talk to them too. We can help them brainstorm work that they could give you or reevaluate what the need is. But definitely be proactive with anytime you're encountering not having enough work to work it out with the attorney directly, preferably, or let us know so we can step in and assist you as well. Okay, I have a few more points, but certainly if you have questions for me, if you want to drop those in the chat or the Q&A, I'm happy to answer your questions for those of you who are joining me live. A couple more reminders. Time cards are due every Sunday. Please, please, please get your time into our system so that if you're owed any overtime, we can make sure you get paid for it. And in the same vein, as far as payment, if you haven't already signed up for our direct deposit program, reach out, let us know. We can connect you with MJ. She's our team member who is gathering that information securely so that you can be paid by direct deposit, which is just super handy. Another thing I always like to highlight is we are here for you. We are building some of our internal resources. We are adding team members just to help serve our freelancers and try to improve your experience and make it as positive as possible. If you have feedback, we want to hear it. We love it. And we are here to help. So if you have problems for whatever reason, if you are in a subscription and all of a sudden you get sick or you've had a family emergency and life happens, because it's going to happen, let us know. We will help you figure it out. We had just a few weeks ago, a freelancer just start on a subscription, and like 2 days into it, she found out she had COVID. She was super, super sick. It ended up, she really wasn't even able to work at all that first month. We worked it out. The attorney's fine. They're continuing in that subscription. We were able to help navigate that challenge, but you just have to let us know what's going on so that we can help. All right, I did see one question come in. Okay, great question from one of our top freelancers out of California. The question is, okay, so it looks like he's on a 20-hour subscription. I know he's on a few of those, but a 20-hour subscription, and not sure if that means you get paid for the work performed or you get paid the 20 hours regardless. So the answer to that is you get, as long as everything's cool, you get paid the 20 hours regardless, okay? If the attorney gives you 18 hours of work, we're gonna pay you the 20. If they give you 22 hours of work, we're going to pay you for the 20 plus some overtime. You're going to get paid that subscription hours because we know that you should be setting aside your time in the month in that 4-week period to commit to this work. And it's somewhat out of your control if the attorney can delegate enough work to you or not. So the attorneys know it's on a use it or lose it type perspective. Now, there have been some situations where we've had instances that the attorneys gave the freelancers work and they didn't complete it. I don't really know why. We haven't had that happen often. Once really is what comes to mind. And that, that freelancer was not paid under the failure to perform clause because there was clear communication chains back and forth showing that plenty of work was assigned. It just simply wasn't done. So as long as you're actively, in good faith doing the work assigned to you, and if that only amounts to, 17, 18 hours of your 20, you're going to get paid for the 20. I hope that answers your question on that. Again, issues like that as they come up, those are great times for you to reach out to us, talk to us so we can make sure we're on the same page and answer any concerns. And also try to get more work as needed. This program is still very new, it's evolving, and we appreciate your feedback and your patience with us as it grows. All right, seeing no other questions, I want to thank you for joining me today. Wanted to just quickly highlight the new way to find subscription opportunities on our site, to thank you for being a part of LawCLERK. We really appreciate you lending your time, talent, and expertise to the network. We are truly changing the practice of law for the better for our fellow attorneys and ultimately for clients as well. And so it's an exciting time at LawCLERK, and we're so happy to have you be a part of it. If you do have questions, reach out. support@lawclerk.legal is the best email, support@lawclerk.legal. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks so much.